everybody, it's John Furman. We're here in the Bub and Mother's kitchen, and we're going to do something a little bit different today. I've got a couple of country ribs that I'm going to slow cook. It's a real nasty day out there. Welcome to Maine in March. Even though it's officially spring, the weather doesn't know it. So we're going to be doing these inside, and I'm going to just take them. I'm going to get them out of the way because what I really want to show you is some of the other things you can do with Bub and Mother's. So I'm going to take some dinner dust, our original flavor. I'm just going to get it all over these guys. And since we're not going to be out on the grill, I'm going to do them low and slow in the oven. Okay, now I know some of you barbecue purists down south think this is horrible, but one of the things we know in Maine is how to improvise. And when you want barbecue, you're going to get barbecue, and sometimes you can't get outside to do it. So, we've got that. I'm just going to take it right now. I'm going to stick it in the oven. Again, at 250, we're going to put it in for 2 hours. All right, you can see we've got them nice and coated, so my fingers. We'll stick it in here. And we'll come back in a couple hours. Now, if you watch a lot of the cooking shows, especially the fancier ones, every now and then they'll talk to you about such and such a dish with an aioli of whatever. What we're going to do today is we're going to make a redneck aioli. After all, aioli is probably a Greek word that means fancy mayonnaise. I don't really know, but we're just going to take some regular mayonnaise and no need to measure, just figure out what you would normally use in some of your recipes. We'll just put it in here. Because one of the best things I found to go with ribs or any kind of pork, pulled pork, you know, St. Louis style ribs, is a really good coleslaw. We want to keep it simple. Now remember, I used our Down East dinner dust on the ribs. And, you know, like our both flavors, they're 100% natural. For the aioli, I'm going to kick it up a little bit, and we're going to use our honey and heat. And again, you can be as generous as you want to be with it, because instead of just tossing some cayenne pepper in and calling it heat, we use chipotle. And again, the reason for it is chipotle is a nice smoky flavor, and if you add that to the smoky paprika that we use, when you do have to cook indoors, you're still going to get a little bit of smokiness in your dish. Okay, and granted, it's not going to replace what we can do outside in the smoker, and you've seen us on video. We've got plenty of meals that we make out there on that. But as you can see, all I've done is coat up the mayonnaise. We're just going to mix it up. Okay? Just get it in there nice and good so you're not seeing too much white. It's actually almost getting, I don't know, somewhere between a pink and a creamy orange color. And to me, that's just about right. That's just kind of where we want it. So, what are we going to do with our redneck aioli? We've got ourselves a pre-packaged bag of coleslaw. We're just going to rip it open. Lost all my strength since I became a grandfather. All right. Put a bunch of that in there. And you can always add more to it, which we probably will. I want to get part of it mixed. And again, we're just going to kind of scoop some of it in there. We'll save a little bit. All right. And just start mixing it up. Okay. Get everything nice and coated. You know, and again, a good coleslaw, you know, all this is chopped cabbage, chopped red cabbage, and chopped carrots. It's nice and crunchy. You want to get the everything a little bit mixed up in there. Okay, and so our base is mixed. We're going to add a little bit more. And I'm going to get something to get it all out. There we go. Get every last bit in there. Now the reason we're doing it this way is that the ribs are going to take a couple hours, which is perfect because once we get this mixed, because I just put the rub in there, we want it to go into the fridge for a couple hours to kind of blend a little bit better. Otherwise, you know, it can be a little bit gritty. This way, a lot of the spice powders, the powdered blueberry, and in this case, in the honey and heat, the honey crystals break down a little bit, and you get a nice flavor. Look at that. Isn't that great? And folks, you can put this on just about anything. I like to do it on a coleslaw. It makes, if you want to spice up a burger a little bit, it really kicks it up. Put it on both sides of the bun before you build your burger. You know, add it to a sausage and pepper sub. Just about any place that you would use mayonnaise or any kind of a dressing. Do it on salads. Add it to a pasta salad. It'll really kick it up. Now, one of the things that I like to do, and in this case you can see it, it's very different, is I'll use the Downey's Dinner Dust, the original blend, which is not as spicy, on my meat, on my main protein. And then, for my accent, whether it's vegetables or a fried sweet potato or something like that, or a coleslaw, I'll use the honey and heat. So my side dish will have the kick to it. All right? As you all know, when we make our pulled pork, we like to make a sandwich and top it with the coleslaw. Well, if you're using the honey and heat to do that, it really puts a nice little bite at the back end of that sandwich. So that's just a little quick tip from us here in the Bub and Mother's Kitchen. And remember, you can join our fan page, Fans of Bub and Mothers, on Facebook. All right, you can hit us up at Bub and Mothers on Twitter. And remember, keep smoking. And there you have it, folks. That's what it looks like all finished. We've got our coleslaw with our redneck aioli, which is just mayonnaise mixed up with our honey and heat, and our Downey's Dinner Dust seasoned country style ribs. Come on back and see us next week for another great recipe.